Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of Ladies Listen Up with co-host Mr. Cherrard. How are you today, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing well. Well, we come off of this long weekend, and sometimes it's like you're trying to get it back together.
Yeah,
So I don't know if we're
yeah.
on the tennis court, basketball field.
You said
I
the
did that
basketball
on
field.
purpose. Basketball
Okay.
field, golf course, tennis. I don't know. Whatever. It's your game today. It's in your court field, whatever you want to say. But anyway,
Uh,
well, it's time for another episode of Ladies Listen Up, and we have a wonderful topic today. I mean, a juicy topic, if you will. So it's on your side, Mr. Sherrod.
hey, we're gonna talk about uh I could do bad all by my darn self.
He cleaned it up, y'all. He
I'm
cleaned
gonna
it
clean it
up.
up. I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna clean it up. Yeah, but I can do bad all by myself. So, you know, I think I heard, and I've said this before. I think it was Curtis Grant, Pastor Curtis Grant or something. He was saying how women get men off of a couch or out of their mama's basement, bring them to their house, expecting them to know how to pay bills when they've
Mm,
never paid a bill in their life.
mm-hmm.
And I see a lot of women or hear a lot of women complain about men, and it's like, okay, now what state was he at before you brought him into your world expecting him to do these things, and did you articulate that to him before he came to live with you or before y'all moved together? Did you let him know what your expectations of him as a man were, or did you just expect that he was just going to be this person, you know?
Yeah, I think that's a great point because I think that's one of the issues and one of the breakdowns in communication because we fail to articulate what our expectations are. And so then
Right.
failed expectations cause a lot of breakdown when you say, well, he should have known or she should have known.
Right.
Okay, well, let's just break that down a little bit. How? We both talked about being literal, so literally, how is someone supposed to know what you're thinking? Oftentimes, we think that our
Right.
partners are supposed to be mind readers, and they
Yeah.
can't be mind readers, and I had to, again, I'll go under my comfy spot, which is under the bus. I've been very, very guilty of that, assuming that people know exactly what you're talking about. And then again, one of the things I think you and I share is that when you're a literal person, and I don't know what the percentage of the population is, but when you're a literal
Right.
person, it's really challenging to, like, just think that everybody is the same way. And I think that's where the breakdown comes from. And like to your point about getting a man off of his mama's couch and thinking that he's gonna come in and he's gonna be the king of the castle, wearing the crown and wearing the pants and all that stuff. How is he to do that if he hadn't been taught? If he was on his mama
Well,
couch?
but you know what? But I think a lot of times too, when you say how is he supposed to do that? Well, a lot of women put these men on this in this king role, in the head of the house role. Okay, he's a man. Okay, he's supposed to be the head of the house. But is he doing the things that the head of the house should do? And I'm not getting off into percentage of payment of rent and this and the other. I'm just saying, is he doing the work that he's supposed to do? You know, is he, you know, are you the one building stuff, assembling stuff, hanging stuff, or is it him? And if he can't do it, is he going to bring somebody in that can do it? Hey, there's some things I can't do around the house. So if I can't do it, I mean, hell, I'll pay somebody to do it. Hey, yo, bro, come in. I need your help. But I said this to a young lady. She says, well, what if I like, building and stuff like that? Well, that's what you do. That's what you do. I'm just saying, on average, if if it's something around the house that he needs to do or get done, he needs to take care of that.
Owning the responsibility is what I hear you saying.
Right.
Just owning that responsibility. And again, we talked about those 5 C's, and that communication part is
Yep.
is real key because this is one of the things that my dad, and I say this all the time. My dad was a self-proclaimed chauvinist, but he also taught us some great values as far as what you teach a man by your actions. So for instance, if you're at the grocery store and you come out and you're putting the groceries in the car and he didn't got in the car. I mean, if you're standing out there putting the groceries in the car and he's in the car, there's a communication issue there. One, he can't protect you in the car, and two, why are you doing that? Or if you go ahead,
I'm,
I'm just
I mean,
saying.
okay. Now, did he not go in the grocery store with you? I mean, how does it go? Because, I mean,
I'm only bringing it up because I've seen it. Go ahead.
Okay. Because, now if I drive with my lady to the grocery store, I'm going to walk in the grocery store with her, right? And then, for me, whether it's rain, sleet, snow, whatever, I open the door for her to get in, sit down, and then she can do whatever, wipe her nose because it was cold or whatever she got to do. And then I'm going to load the groceries into the car.
Teach.
And then, I mean, but that's how it goes. I mean, okay, then you load the car up, boom, and a lot of women don't know this, is that then she leans over and opens your car door to let you in.
I said it jokingly, but I am so serious. I'm saying teach, because these are some of the things that I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know and again, you teach people how to treat you. If if you accept those types of things and you say that that's okay, then that becomes the norm. But I don't think that. I think again we have to go back to character. We have to go back to foundation.
Right.
We have to go back to what's important to you and what's important. Like say I don't care. It don't matter to me, but it does matter how you treat one another and what the
It does.
expectations are.
And then for some things are common sense, especially when it comes to treating someone. I mean, there's just basic common sense on how to treat a person. You know, uh, what they say, do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. You know, okay, that's some basic stuff right there. But for things like being in a household together, when you move in together, there has to be some communication, because there's different ways you govern your house when you live there by yourself. There's different ways that he may have governed his house living by himself. Um, you know, okay, let's talk about the toilet seat issue, the up and down toilet seat issue. Okay,
Okay.
living by myself, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
leave my seat up. It's my seat, right? I'm gonna leave it up, right?
Okay.
Because it
Okay.
benefits me.
Okay.
Now, if we're living together, I'm gonna let the seat down.
Okay. No, a lot of women say, well, if the toilet seat is up, they fall in or whatever. I mean, I always see what's going on or whatever. So that's not a
Right.
huge biggie for me. What's the biggie for me is folks that don't let the toilet seat up, tickle on the seat, and then leave it there. That's when I have an
Okay.
issue.
And see, now that's something different that I've heard. I know that to be a fact, but most women say, I'm gonna fall in the seat. I'm looking like,
Why don't you look?
no, shorty, you ain't about to fall in nothing.
You gotta be aware of all of your surroundings, and
You do.
where you sit is a part of being aware of your surroundings. Okay, so
But
I mean, we going down the line of these issues and these things that are
yeah,
these are little things that what I didn't even know this, but some people have an issue with which way the toilet paper rolls.
yo, man,
I'm learning this stuff. Like some people are really
man,
like have a real issue with that.
ain't
Like
know about it. Very anal.
right, right.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that you can. I mean, really like go head up about the. Okay, one of mine. I have a pet peeve about the toothpaste cap going back on the toothpaste.
Uh, uh, Now, me is you squeezing the toothpaste in the middle of it instead of pushing it from the bottom.
Yes,
You know
that's a
what I'm
that's a
saying?
fight. Cause I'm like, why you being wasteful? Why I gotta fight now to get it all the way up when it could just, we could just. Okay, how about this? Leaving dishes in the sink.
You know what? I've been guilty of that. I mean, like I say, I'm here by myself, and I'll get busy and I'll leave them in the sink. But I don't mind washing dishes. I like washing dishes. I think that's where I do all my thinking is from washing dishes. So yeah, I hate to leave them in overnight, but if I haven't had a busy day, I will. But my pet peeve is
hold on, go ahead. I will go back to the dishes.
Is not putting the tie on the bread, right? And somebody taking the bread and tying it up. And then usually they pull it too tight and you can't. Oh my God, man.
Okay, let me tell you. Let me give you a hack. Okay, we doing hacks today. Let me tell you a hack. Okay, and it keeps the bread fresh. I hate them little ties, okay? I don't know why, but I can't stand. But if you twist the bread and pull the top over it, it keeps the bread real fresh. And guess what? It's no fight because I can't stand them knots and the pulls in it. But if you twist the bread around and pull the thing over it, no issue. Anybody can get in it. No, I mean, it's good. But let's go back to them dishes too, because you was about to get me on this twisty tie thing. Let's go back to them dishes. So I love the dishwasher, right? I love a dishwasher. So
I can't stand dishwashers.
Look.
I can't stand dishwashers.
Hold on, look, because you're busy about doing things, so you can take the dishes out at night or out in the morning. And all during the day, you can put the dishes in the dishwasher, let them run overnight. You got fresh dishes in the morning. I mean, I like to make things simple.
I gotta
go ahead.
I gotta have my hands on things. I'm a hands-on individual, and if I gotta rinse the dish off to put it in the dishwasher anyway, I might as well go ahead and bust the suds.
But listen, our per dollar value is high. So guess what? Instead of standing there washing all them dishes, all you gotta do is put it in the dishwasher. I don't mean go and pre-wash them. I mean scrape them off, put them in the dishwasher, boom, run it. And now I like to make things simple and easy because you have time to do other stuff but you said you like to do it. Yeah, so if you like to do it and it helps you to soothe, because you know what helps me to soothe is driving. I love to drive.
I hate driving. I hate driving.
So see, that's where the compromise come in at. Okay, you like washing dishes, go for it. I like driving, go for it. Boom, we done solved that issue. You see what I'm saying? But it's still communication up front, because man, he always want to drive. It could be an issue. He always want to drive. Man, I don't like to drive, but I'm not saying anything. There was a story that I read about this couple that they were driving, and it was a third party in the car, and she was saying that the lady got so bent out of shape and she was mumbling about coffee. But instead of her saying, "Can we stop and get coffee?" she was like, "Well, are you ready for a cup of coffee yet?" He never picked the hit up. So he kept driving by the exits, and he kept driving by. And she said the simple solution was just say, "Can we please stop? I'd like a cup of coffee." Yeah. But all this time, she's like, "Man, why would he wouldn't even stop and get a cup of coffee? He not even thoughtful. The man ain't even thinking about getting you to your destination safely. He ain't thinking about no coffee." But that coffee was so important to you. But I think that's the issue. Sometimes we just don't express it, there's a couple other things, but you was gonna talk about them twist ties.
But it's just a twist. It's because when you spin it around and you put the tie on, it stay fresh. And then my bread don't last long because I'm eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I make my French toast, the whole 9 yards. So bread don't last. I ain't got to worry about freshness. The born on date or the fresh date, it don't even matter to me. I'm gonna knock that loaf of bread out, and I can do that by myself. But when somebody come over, namely my kids, right, and they fix a sandwich, and then all of a sudden I'm like, hold on, wait, you done tied the bread too tight. Now I can't get the knot out the bread. Now I gotta cut my bread thing off and then dump it into these freezer Ziploc bags to keep them fresh now because I done destroyed the original bag. So that gets me. That really does.
And see, that's what I'm saying too. Now, what about the coasters on the tables and the cups making them spots on the tables?
Hey, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I don't really have a pet peeve about that. I mean, because I don't have a coaster now. I don't have a coaster now, so I'm good.
So see, but our point is though, when we get back to the topic, I can do bad all by myself.
Right.
you had some other points about that too that you were talking about before we got started.
Yeah, it's like what Curtis Grant was basically saying about getting men that have never paid bills before, have never had that responsibility, and you're expecting him to come into a household or a situation where he's required to do these things. If he's never done it, why are you expecting it? Or if you never told him what your expectations of him was, why are you mad that he's not doing these things? You getting him fresh out his mama's basement, you know what I'm saying, or something like that.
Right.
Or, that's why I would tell women, hey, look at this man's background. Not saying that he's a bad person because he was predominantly raised by his mom. See if he had men in his life. Talk to him. Hold that conversation. It's like, and just like I tell young men, have a list of questions, like you say, the interrogation.
Mm-hmm.
Have your list of questions down. That's okay. These are quirks I can tolerate. These are some things on this side I'm not going to tolerate, my deal breakers. And you gotta know that right off the rip.
And I think what you're saying too is to thyself be true. Again, you said the deal breakers. Know what your deal breakers are, and then
Yes,
to
ma'am.
yourself be true to those deal breakers.
Yes,
if you're a person that, this is another one too, a smoker. If you're a non-smoker and you're trying to be with the person that's a smoker, that's a huge issue. That's a deal breaker.
Hey, smoking stinks. Is not only is it unhealthy, it
Right.
stinks.
Okay.
I don't want people to think that I'm a smoker too, and it's in my clothes. It's like you have. I ride by as I'm riding down the street, and I see people smoking the weed in the car. Yep, I'm telling them, y'all, they be smoking weed in the car. Or cigarettes or cigars. Well, I'm like, man, I know that dude car stank. It's like, I just know it just embedded in the seats. When you sit down, you probably just, as soon as your back hit it, cancer fly out. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's like, oh, I'm straight. Keep your weed in the cigar infested car.
What's another deal breaker? That's good. Dishonesty.
Dishonesty. Yeah, that's. I think that's one of those common sense ones right there. It's like, if you're gonna lie to me, you would think it would be anyway.
Yeah, because common sense not common for everybody. That's another misnomer. Right, common sense is not common. So dishonesty. We said smoking. What's another deal breaker? Cheating.
Well, you know what? And I'm gonna put it. I think cheating on both ends. Like they say, men can't handle the things that they do to women. Well, I'm gonna put it to you this way: we have put up with cheating for a long time. Most men not gonna tell you, "Hey, my woman cheated on me," because that's a knock on his ego, on his pride. He's not gonna tell you his wife stepped out, and most men not gonna complain about it. If they're gonna stay, they're gonna stay. So they ain't out on Facebook, my woman just cheated on me, like women to get out there and say it. Men not gonna say it because that's embarrassing.
But I think a lot of men can't handle it though, because I think we talked about it in one of the other episodes. We talked about the car not fitting the same way no more once somebody else took that car.
That's true. Because it ain't the same no more. Once somebody done stole your car and vandalized it, it ain't the same no more. It don't ride the same no more. Even though they may not have damaged it, they vandalized it. They took down my pine tree air freshener in there and they installed something else. Like, whoa, that ain't the scent that I had before. No.
So I have to put this out there too. I was told a long time ago. Well, I'm not gonna say a long time ago because then I'll be dating myself like I was ancient or something. But when I was in my 20s, I was dating somebody that was quite a bit older than me. And we used to talk about deal breakers and such. And I used to say that cheating was one of the highest ones, along with drug use. But cheating was one of the high on my list. And he said, oh, just live a little bit. You will grow up. You will change. Well, 20 plus years later, I have not changed in that opinion.
Okay.
And the reason I have not changed in that opinion is cheating is one, because I don't believe when people say, oh, it just happens. I don't believe that, because it's a conscious decision to break that, you know, when you first are in a relationship, you have all these, I guess this true connection or what have you. And I'm not saying that you can't get over it or beyond it. I'm just one that just can't, because I tried it when I was married and it just wouldn't. I just could not. It's always that nagging feeling in your head, and that's just something that I couldn't get over.
I slipped and fell in it. It don't work.
No.
You know,
you chose to put grease on your shoes. That's what you did. You made a conscious choice.
She was doing yoga when I walked in, and then I tripped over.
Can't do it. And again, look, this is me. This is to myself be true. I can't do it. So, right. But it's okay. That's the deal breaker for me.
Yeah, I can understand that, because I've been the cheater and the cheated on. You know, but I look at cheating differently. I don't. For me, I don't call it cheating. I call it teaching, because you just, you know, you're teaching me something about you or whatnot. And whatever you do, whatever the choice you make, you're going to have to forgive the person, because the forgiveness is for yourself. You got to get rid of that burden, that anger, or whatever, because, you know, holding it in, you know, what they say, hatred only harms the host. So,
ooh, that's good.
So just, hey, you cheated or you stepped out, you made a choice to be with someone else. That's what you wanted to do. It's your body. Do with it as you will. I don't own you. But now I have to make a choice. Do I stay with you, or do I, you know, move on?
Yeah, no, that's good. Hatred only harms the host. I like that. Wow. So what else can you tell us about I can do bad all by myself?
You know, it's like, if we're not working as a team, we have to work as a team. If I call myself moving in with a woman that has children, or moving together with a woman that has children, those children become my children, right? It's not, well, you get up and take care of them. Oh, if little man or little lady is crying at night, you know, you shouldn't be the one getting up every night to do. This is a team effort. You might be tired, like, baby, can you get him? It shouldn't be one of them things. Hey, I got it. Don't worry about it. You know, we should work as a team. It's one of those things. Hey, you ripping and running, you doing stuff. Can you pick him up? No, that should already be like, you know, in your mind, like, I got him. Why are you asking? I got him. You know, she should already know. You know what? Hey, baby, I got to do X, Y, and Z today. All right, well, this is what my schedule is. Okay, I can grab him. I can pick him up when you get home. And it's like, when some of the things I've heard a woman complain about 50-50. And she said, so we're going to pay 50-50 and I'm going to come home and I got to do this. No. 50-50 or 100, as I say, that's not just about bills. That's everything in the house. We're giving 100 on everything, you know. Yo, the kids got to be at school, picked up. We working this whole thing. This is not, bills are just a small thing in the house. Bills are, you know, paying a cost to be the boss is not about bills. It's about your actions. And a lot of men are not paying the cost action-wise to be the boss. Yeah, okay, you sliding some ends, you giving up some money. What about the time you spend it with the kids? Time you spend it with your spouse or your significant other? What about, are you doing things around the house? Are you creating messes that she has to clean up, or are you helping her clean up the mess together? You know, these are the things. Your woman shouldn't be cleaning the house up by herself, cooking all by herself, and then washing the dishes, doing all the clothes. These are chores in the house that belong to us. You know what I'm saying? Just because I pay the bills, that don't exempt me from everything else.
Absolutely.
And that's what a lot of men think. Hey, I'm gonna pay it, and I'm gonna sit up here, and I'm gonna sit back with my feet up. I'm gonna watch the game while she's still slaving.
That's a partnership. I think that's what I'm hearing you say, but that's what I agree to as well, partnership. And I think to create that partnership, we go back to the same thing as far as being compatible with that person, you know, understanding each other's, you know, really, I love one of the relationship podcasts that we did, and they talked about having a joint mission statement as a couple, as a team, so you know that you're on the same page. Like, what are we doing here? What is this this team about. My daughter, my oldest
Right.
daughter, and her husband, they call themselves team, and so they do things as a team to support one another, to support their vision together. And I just think that's what makes it so rich, when you're on the same accord and you're working together towards that goal. This is what our mission is, and hey, look, we accomplished this together. Now it's time to go on to the next mission. Let's accomplish this together,
Mm-hmm.
and just keep rising up and just keep making it better. So, yeah, I can do bad all by
Exactly.
myself. Yeah, if you got somebody that's that's sitting on the couch and don't want to do anything and really sabotaging any efforts that you have, it's time to go back and just reassess. Is this the best use of your time? That dash that we all have in between, our in our lives. Is
Mm-hmm.
this the best use of our time? And is that person supportive of you? Is that person loving to you? Is it chaos and confusion every day? Do you now hate to even be home or be in that surrounding? I've experienced that, and
I've
that's a
had that
miserable
one.
place. It's a miserable
That
place to be.
sucks.
Yeah. So well, what would you, how would you tie up I can do bad all by myself?
Basically, a lot of times what we're, you hear these, especially these young adults. I'm grown. I'm grown. I'm grown. But see, what they don't understand is that grown, mature, right? The word mature has a couple different meanings. And when you say mature, some of these young kids that's trying to cohabitate and live together, yeah, y'all mature. Mature in the sense that you're grown age wise, not mature in the sense that you have elevated yourself emotionally and mentally onto another level. So y'all still kids as far as the maturity level goes, as far as the advancement of your emotional and mental state. You're just grown age wise. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all want to come together and play house and all this other stuff. When you come together as a team, it's a team. It's not I'm the king and you do everything I say, or no, it's me rolling up my sleeves to wash dishes after you've cooked. It's me washing the clothes and drying the clothes. And see, I don't like to fold small clothes. I'll fold our clothes, but I ain't gonna fold no baby clothes. I hate trying to match up this color pink with that color pink because it all look the same to me,
Peak
right?
is peak.
It's like, hey, this got a ball on it, this don't have a ball on it, they going together because you're gonna put them on anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I'll fold clothes. I don't mind doing that. It's going out in the yard work. Hey, I may not plant flowers. If you like flowers, you tell me how it need to be done, and I'm gonna get out there and help you do it. And if there's something I can't do that you want done, I make phone calls. Hey, don't worry about it. It's gonna get done. Now, what I would tell any woman to do, if you're one of those women that says I need it now, then you do it yourself. Because
Hmm.
if I'm doing something, I'm not gonna stop and just do it. Do it. But if you say, hey, can you take care of such and such? I got you. Just be patient with me. I might be doing something else or involved or just chilling right now. I got you though. So what communication, 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 and more communication. That's
Absolutely.
what we need.
I can't say it any better than that. So I'm gonna leave it right there. But anyhow, you all don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I don't know if I said it at the beginning, but I also want to put a plug in for it is smoothie time. So if you want to make your life simpler and easier, grab a copy of
Sweet.
his smoothie time and you can make some smoothies and he'll be happy and so will you. So that's my plug for the day. It's smoothie time, everybody. I'll put the information down in the links and I just appreciate it and I thank you for your support. Until next time, don't forget again, like, share, optimal word meaning share. Share this information with someone else and stay fearless. Bye for now.